Title reads, Caught my wife cheating with her childhood friend. Well, bro, she's not your wife anymore because once a cheat, always a cheat. And whenever someone cheats or steps out of line, you can't stay in that relationship. Whether you're a male or female, if your partner disrespects you like this, such as cheating, there's nothing to fix. You gotta sign the divorce papers and start a new life with someone else. So let's see what he has to say. This happened in 2023, so 2 years ago now. I'm hoping he's not still with his wife and he's just giving like a general update. So he's 26, has been married to his wife who's 28 for 3 years, so just a bit older than him. One day she told me that her childhood friend has come down to meet, so she's going. So I tell her okay and have a safe trip. So it's not like she's asking him for permission. She's just saying, "This is what I'm doing, just so you know. Yeah, I'm going no matter what." So she obviously has no respect for this guy, no respect for his feelings or asking him for advice on situations. And she kept it very loose, saying, "Oh, a childhood friend has come down." She didn't say it was a guy, and I'm guessing at the time he probably didn't know she went to visit one of her guy mates. Completely disrespectful. Look, if your wife is meeting up with guys without you, especially if the other guy's single, it's just a no go. And everyone knows that. And she knows that, which is why she's probably being very coy about it, about who this childhood friend is. But then they meet more than 6 times in 2 months. So I ask her, what does he do? And she tells me he is a traveller. And this was the first sign that it just hit me up. Okay, so obviously by this point he knows it's a guy. I don't know if he knew it was a guy the first time she met, but 6 times she met this guy in 2 months, and not once has his wife said, "Hey, I want you to come. I want to show you off. I'm really proud of you. I want to show him what a great guy you are." No, it's kind of like she's gone on 6 personal one-on-one dates with another guy while her husband's at home. And for some reason, the only time he seems shocked by this is when the guy says he's a traveller. I'm guessing by traveller he means just someone who travels around the world a lot, um, and isn't stuck in just one place. So one day I told her that I would drop you off, but she insisted to go alone. Nevertheless, I go with her and drop her off. By this time, I have never met with the friend in real life, just seen his photo. So when I met him and shook his hand, and I just got this really bad feeling, or a hunch, you can say. I'm guessing maybe this guy didn't know that she had a boyfriend, or she just never mentioned him before. And no wonder why this guy's probably getting a bad feeling. Is probably because the guy that she's been meeting, he probably feels a bit bad. He might feel a bit guilty, like, oh my god, I'm actually like shaking hands with the guy who I'm actually intimate with his partner. That's probably what he's thinking. But yeah, that is a gut punch. And to know the absolute cheek of this woman to allow this to happen, to be doing this behind his back, but at the same time standing there watching the two guys shake hands, it's proper icky. This is going to certainly live long in the memory for this guy. So I decided to follow them, which I'm not proud of. Bro, that's, what you should be proud of is how you've allowed this woman to do this to you and just stick by her side throughout this whole process. Like, as soon as she even brought up the possibility that she wants to go and meet one of her male friends without you, should have been the nail in the coffin. I know that sounds a bit dramatic, especially as they're in a marriage and it's, obviously financially concerning if you have to divorce, and that's a very stressful period, but I'd rather take the financial hit than be in a long term relationship or marriage with a woman who has these bad traits. And again, it goes both ways for both genders. If you're a woman and you're in a relationship with a guy and he's meeting another woman, just one on one dating, that's a no go too. It goes both ways. Um, so he followed them, and you can guess this already. I saw them kissing, and I just left. Well, I hope you left the relationship and marriage straight after that too. I hope you just didn't leave the vicinity and then end up getting back with her and forgiving her, because yeah, she's bad news and it's disgusting behaviour. Once a cheat, always a cheat, in my opinion. When I got home, I was more sad and angry because if she wanted to cheat, she could have just broken up with me first, then go and indulge with her friend. Well, like you said, she's your wife now, so it's a bit more difficult to leave that situation. So I think arguably cheating is much more prevalent in marriages because I think people feel kind of stuck in there because you signed this contract. I started to remember everything from the last 2 months, like whenever she calls my name, smile, or give me a kiss, it all just felt like a huge lie. Well, yeah, for sure. When someone's cheating on you, I think it's arguably the biggest, most horrible thing another partner can do to you. And she's done it in some ways right in front of you because you dropped her off, you're still in the vicinity, and she still had the balls to kiss this guy. I'm guessing like 2 minutes after you dropped her off. That's crazy. And to know she met him 6 times, so it wasn't even like, oh, I met him once, I made a mistake. It was just the emotions. No, she had those emotions 6 times over, and she went back every single time. That is absolutely sickening. And just to call him a childhood friend, like, no. When they went for that first date, she knew exactly what she wanted to do. She had a game plan, and yeah, it was certainly always going to be more than a friendship in her eyes. It all just felt like a huge lie. So when she comes home and I confront her, first she denies, but after 30 minutes into the argument, she accepted. Never argue with her. Just you have what you should have got is proof. I would have lingered even more, took some photos, recorded it, either walk up to him and catch him in the act, or now you've got the evidence on your phone. Just go home, keep all of this to yourself for a while, and then speak to like a divorce lawyer and get all your papers in order. Don't argue with her because she might go down the path of saying, "Oh, he hit me," or "Oh, you're a liar," and she could just throw loads of accusations at you. And especially as you have no proof, like you don't have any like photographic or video evidence, so she's just gonna keep batting it back at you because she's already lied once. She's gonna lie again. I didn't show any sadness or anger behavior towards her. Sorry, but you are arguing with her, so I'm guessing you showed some anger and some raised voice. So I always used to think that when the cheater sees your reaction, that's when they truly feel satisfied. I could not give her that satisfaction. Yeah, whatever. I moved out of the house for a week, but come back after her repeated requests. Why are you moving out? She's the one who cheated on you. Like, why are you leaving your kingdom, so to speak? She's the one who should be moving out. And because you're in a marriage, I'm guessing, you got a 50-50 house, but she's the one who cheated, so make her move out, you know? Make her sleep on the sofa. Like, why are you leaving and you're probably, paying hotel fees and stuff? Like, you've lost all the power here already. She's got everything she wanted. And while you moved out, she probably invited the guy over and slept with him in your bed. That's a lovely thought. Moved out for a house for a week, but comes back after a repeated requests and forgave her on the condition that I will also sleep with a person and will not tell you when. She reluctantly accepted. What are you doing, bro? Because now, when it comes to divorce, which is obviously going to end in, she'll say, "Oh no, he was sleeping with other girls as well." Like, you've lost all the power, you lost all the reasoning that could actually go in your favour in regards to a divorce. Now she can point fingers at you and said, "Oh, he was sleeping with other girls as well." This is just so petty. It's turned into like some weird poly relationship without you wanting it because you wanted a committed marriage just between you two, and now you're kind of like changing that by going into this like poly situation against your will in some ways. It's just stupid. It's like you're kind of getting back at her. By getting back at her, you should be throwing her to the curb and finding a new woman and starting a new life with someone, not have her lingering about because you haven't really forgave her. I know you still resent her, and you probably resent how you acted. Final paragraph, but here's the twist. I'd never forgiven her. Oh no, what a shock. For the last 2 years, she's always living in the anticipation now is the day I will cheat. But I was busy transferring all my assets to my parents and money to my little sis. Okay, so this guy does maybe have a bit more of a brain, but at the same time, he's been having her in your life for 2 years. Like, time is your most valuable commodity, and you just have her lingering around in your life. Like, what you doing, bro? You could have done this much quicker instead of her just hanging around your house for 2 years. But hey ho, he's transferred all his assets apparently. I don't know how bulletproof that plan is. I haven't looked too much into it, but I'm still sure if you go through divorce, you can somehow still get hands to your money, especially after you've been telling her for 2 years that you're going to cheat on her to get her back, which again she's going to use against you in a divorce court. It's unfortunate that it's taken 2 years without her noticing, but nevertheless, I've done all of that and also quit my job and asked for divorce this April. Okay, let's see how this ends up. I just don't think this is a good game plan, but hey ho. When we had the meeting with the lawyers, she asked me for the reason. I told her you cheated on me, and then she told me that I also cheated on her due to that forgiveness condition. But here's a fact: I never actually cheated because I have made up my mind about all of this when I moved out for a week in 2023. See, I said she'd say this. She was gonna say, "Oh yeah, but you cheated on me back," and she'll say, "Oh no, I didn't." But there's no proof that you didn't cheat on her. No one's gonna probably believe you. It's been a terrible idea, and she's going to get more money than you're bargained for. When I tell her this, she had the same face as me when I divorced her cheating. Now I'm divorcing, living in the apartment with my little sister. Well, so you've been kicked out of your house basically, and she's kept the house. But I'm very happy because the whole nightmare that I've been living with for the past 2 years is over. I doubt it is over. Like, he hasn't said, oh, the divorce is finalised. You know, I'm pretty sure she's still your wife. But anyways, pretty wild story. At least he got out of it and didn't stick with it. But I think 2 years is too long with this woman, and that's 2 years you're never gonna get back. Hopefully he gets most of the money back, at least 50-50. But I've got a feeling she's gonna rinse him for everything he's got. Anyway, be safe out there, guys.